Are you wondering why you're feeling all of these symptoms and other people aren't? Why you appear to be suffering so much with this timeline jump and the solar flares and Mercury retrograde, and other people are just skating along? Well, this morning on my hike, I asked the Solaran Council, the consciousness of the sun, why it is that some people seem to be suffering so much more greatly than others during this huge time of change. Welcome to your multidimensional journey. I'm Tracy Canberra. And I answered this question to a commenter the other day, but I wanted to go more in depth with it and get a more comprehensive answer about ascension. And if people that aren't feeling it are falling behind, or people that are extra sensitive are being punished, or a whole host of things that I hear from friends and clients and commenters on my YouTube videos. So this morning, while a friend and I hiked, I asked the Solaran Council, what's up with that? And you will probably hear a little change of pace and tone in my speaking because there were some good hills in that hike. But this information was so valuable, I wanted to include it. I did try to edit out the huffing and puffing. So, this is this morning's channeling from the Solaran Council about the suffering or lack thereof we're feeling during this timeline shift. Understand that collectively, humanity in the timeline jump made a major shift. It is like the train jumping the tracks onto new tracks because the more beings that are involved, the bigger the shift is. Think of your entrainment. There are so many that didn't know it or understand it, but they were contained in the sphere of shifting humanity. So whether they're a part of this or not, they shifted. Now, what each one of you within your humanity does with this new timeline that you have jumped to, the major shift that was made, what each of you chooses to do is up to you. They're showing me Twizzlers. They're showing me licorice ropes in one of those big vertical glass jars. You can move the jar to a new counter, but then as the licorice ropes are being taken out of the jar one by one, what each person does with them is their own timeline shift within the jump. So we will say many people that do not experience symptoms, many of them are still ascending in their own way. They are still attracting and manifesting. They just don't have the sensitivity. It is like your intuitive ones. Some people do automatic writing. Some people do verbal channeling. Some people are trance channels. Some people can sense and feel and know that claircognizance, but they do not see and hear. It does not make them less intuitive. It just makes them different in how they process the incoming frequencies. That is all. We will return to the concept of feeling no symptoms versus feeling what you perceive as too many, too intense symptoms. But right now, let us return to the licorice ropes in a jar. Understand that each and every one of you uniquely has your own timeline shifts and jumps. Jumps being a shift of, well, if you want a number, perhaps 3 or 4 timelines over. Think of your pages in a book, the Harry Potter book or the Bible, the very big book. There are so many pages. Some people will shift 1 page. Some people will shift 3 or 4 or 5 pages. Some people are able to do great and grand shifts all at once and maintain them. Tracy is showing us that Abraham Hicks and Esther have always said, do not try to manifest a timeline jump that is greater than you can maintain. Better to shift a little, shift a little, shift a little. Go page by page so that you are anchoring in the little shifts until you've reached your destination of a grand shift. And that is what we are showing Tracy today, that some people are making minor, minuscule shifts through this new timeline, and some people are making grand shifts. And the ones that are making minuscule ones, they may not be aware. They may not know that they're shifting at all. Take your friend. She felt she was shifting through the relationship, the ending relationship, but she still did not have a grasp on where she wanted to timeline shift within her personal life. And then new housing showed up rather out of the blue, and she secured it rather quickly when there was fierce competition. That is showing her. She may not feel the energies or feel timeline jumps, but that is her answer, that she jumped quite a few pages because it marks a very huge difference in her life to have her personal housing for the first time in a very long time for her.
So see, the answers are always in front of you. You are always being shown the fruits of your labor. It is up to you to see them, to accept them, and to acknowledge that it really is a timeline jump. To say to yourself, whoa, this happened. I'm clearly in a new timeline because this happened. Not just because I feel better or because the angels told me. No, it's because this happened and it happened for me. And it's a good thing because everything within the universe is divine and perfect. So we shall relay a story of Tracy's, that her friend, whom is visiting, had a dream about crows. And then the next day, a person they were listening to on YouTube mentioned dreaming about crows and what it means. And then this morning, as Tracy opened her blinds, there was a group of 7 crows in her front yard. Now, Tracy has been in that beautiful abode almost 1 year and has never witnessed that. So immediately she said, this is a sign. Even if she had not gotten 2 signs in the past 24 hours from 2 others, it's a sign now. So it's time to look up the crow. Know that birds are messengers, that crows tend to be past lives, as in your past. Because remember, lives are parallel, concurrent, simultaneous, always. But the past in this life, that is what it denotes. It is indeed about the past. It is showing you that your past is over, meaning your past patterns, your past beliefs, your past thoughts, your past emotions, they're over. It is time to think new, to feel new. And by new, we mean better, higher, more expanded. Reach for the gold. That is what crows and what ravens would tell you too. But whether it's crows or ravens, they represent the mystical, they represent the past, they represent what is closed out. You are being told to move into the new, to reach for the highest thoughts and feelings you can manage. Now, you can walk around saying, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. But if you indeed are not a millionaire, then it falls flat. All you're doing is activating your ego mind, activating your lack. So when we say, reach for the highest thought and the highest feeling, it is reach for what is possible. It is possible for you to make X amount of money. It is possible for you to take your love relationship to the next level. There are so many possibilities in life. And when you acknowledge that it is all possible, and when you invite in those next levels and the levels above them and the levels above them, you continue to move forward. But when you humans speak of cutting cords, cutting attachments, even entities, when you speak of all of that, it is these thoughts and feelings and energies and beliefs and patterns that you are cutting. When you close those doors, the soul contract is complete. My life path is complete. I am now free and open. I am now reaching for the gold. I am reaching for all of the possibilities, the highest dreams I want in life. As you close those doors and those chapters are over and ended, those cords are cut, the attachments are gone, you will then find that it is easier to move into the new and anchor in the new. So we will tell you, with the crows, with the ravens, with the timeline jumps, with the solar flares initiating all of the life-altering light codes, with all of that that's going on with your planet, with your humanity, within Gaia, for the rest of this year and beyond, for this intensity will not last. Oh, you may have a few months more of it, but it will not last. You are easing into higher frequencies that have more love, more compassion, more growth, more ease and grace. You are easing into it. On an individual level, you may just not feel it for weeks or months, but it is coming. It is happening. You are reaching those levels. So understand that. The crows are telling you what we have been telling you. You have completed those levels. Close the door, look forward, move forward, because the best is here and you can step into it. So those crows today showed her that her past was ending, that the patterns, the soul contracts that she had been working to complete, they are completed, they are over. And no, we will not tell you that everyone that sees a crow or a raven means all their soul contracts are over and life's going to be good or easy. It is solely your perception that makes life good or easy. So even while you don't understand how many timeline shifts you've made recently, even if you're not sure you're on the right path, even if you are feeling the anxiety, the vibratory level of these frequencies coming in, Yes, Tracy calls them jitters, getting the jitters. So even if you're feeling all of these symptoms, of which many of you are, that does not mean you haven't timeline jumped. That is the time to believe, oh, I have the jitters because I've landed in a new timeline that I've been intending, that I've been traveling to. And it's just a little or a lot for me to handle. That is the truth of it. That is what is occurring. That when you are dizzy, when you are nauseous, when you are unable to sleep, or for some of you at different points in your ascension, you will go into the cocoon. So those that are sleeping constantly, it is not depression, it is a cocoon. Ask your archangels, have you cocooned me? Because the truth of it is, some people bypass the chaos. Some people ride the chaos like a master surfer. It is different with different people, and it is different each time with each unique person. So understand that. So take everything as a sign or signal. Take everything as being positive for your ascension. Even if it looks bad, even if it feels bad, even if you're worried about it, it is time to tell yourself, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, this is the sign of a good or great timeline jump. I did it. I move the energy. I am in a new frequency where my creations come to life. I did it. We are the Solaran Council. We are always with you. We are assisting you through the great band of solar activity that has already started on your planet. It is going to continue for several more of your months. So talk to us. You will get your answer. We are here to assist. As always, are your guides, your angels, your soul, the universe in its entirety. We are here for you.
I found that to be some really great information about what's going on with us during this Mercury retrograde, solar flares, timeline jump, and now it's the full moon weekend. So it is increasing the intensity yet again. So I hope this was helpful to you. And if you're looking to ask questions of your soul and understand your soul contracts or your timeline jumps more concretely, consider booking a session where we can look at your parallel lives. We can see what your soul has to say, your guides and angels, where you're headed. Take a look at my website and you can see everything that's possible within an intuitive soul coaching session. So thank you very much for listening and for your like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. And please list what your reaching for the gold is, what your dreams are. What are you telling yourself to reach the next level?